Video 1, Third Reich, the attrition option. Each turn in Third Reich is a 3-month season, and each front must have a particular option for the alliance. There's the attrition option, the offensive option, and the pass option. The attrition option should really be called the methodical operations option. It's similar to World War I type of warfare, where forces engage each other and try to attrit each other. This option is free. There's no base resource point cost for it. What I've set up here is the German attack on Poland. You have German armored units, you've got German infantry units, and you've got Polish infantry units. This red star indicates the capital of Poland, Warsaw, which is the objective the Germans need to take to cause Poland to fall. And here you can see the black line, which indicates the border between Germany and Poland, and the red line, which indicates the different fronts. There's an Eastern Front, a Western Front, and a Mediterranean Front, and all countries that are allied must choose the same option on a given front. The attrition option is similar to the offensive option in that it starts with a movement phase. The first number in the units here is the strength. The second number is the movement factors. Each hex costs 1 movement point to move through, regardless of rivers or mountains. But it costs 2 movement points to move through a zone of control, which are the 6 contiguous hexes around an armored unit. The first value, which is the strength, is always that represented value for the attack, but defenders have their values doubled, tripled if they're inside across a river, and quadrupled if they're inside a fortress. So let's conduct an attrition option. First, the units will be moved. So the armored unit, we can move this armored unit 1 and then 2. This infantry unit can be advanced 1 and then 2, and this unit can be advanced into Poland. The way the attrition option works is that you total up the strength points of the attacker, which in this case is 31 for the Germans. You then refer to the quarterly attrition table, which is located here, and you go to the column that indicates the 31 value, and you roll a die. Now there are 2 values represented here. The C is number of counters destroyed, and the H is number of hexes that are abandoned. Presume we roll a 4, so there are 3 C and 1 H that must be applied. And the way this is, the sequence within which this is done is first 3 Polish counters must be removed. And they can be removed from any location. Now, the Poles, there's a trick. The pieces that are removed from hexes, the Germans cannot thereafter advance into those hexes. So, for example, Poland could choose to remove these 3 units, and what it abstractly represents is that the Poles sacrifice those units to protect that ground. And so at least for this turn, the Germans cannot advance into those 3 hexes. There's also the requirement to satisfy the 1H. So 1 hex has to be evacuated, and the Germans select which hex. And in this particular case, the Germans will select this hex here. And this unit may withdraw, it may retreat into any hex. It's going to retreat into the hex it was in, that was abandoned earlier by the attrition process. And then the Germans must advance 1 unit into that hex. So if Germany were to have attacked Poland using First World War tactics, this would have been the outcome.